With SIPDIG being focused just on dividends now, and me saying for months that WeBull is going to be my riskier and speculative stock portfolio, I thought it'd be as good a time as any to explain what my plan is for WeBull. So here's that video. Welcome back to the Financial Beanstalk. My name is Nick, and today I'm revealing my entire WeBull portfolio, as well as what my plan is for this portfolio going forward. Side note, I kinda hate that I titled my video this, but you can't argue that it doesn't get more views. And as a growing YouTube channel, I kinda need to play into that a little bit if I wanna grow. But stick with me and hopefully you'll have a good time. At the very least, I'll give you a couple laughs for the stupid things that I say. Or do. Which happens quite often. I initially signed up for WeBull just so I could get more free stocks, which you can do at the link in the description below. And if you're curious about what free stocks WeBull gives you, you can watch the video in the corner here for all the stocks that I've gotten so far from random promotions that they've run. And they always say that the free stock promotion is ending, but then they just renew it again, so don't believe the lies. The first stock that I got just for creating an account was BIOS, worth $3.52. So some random biomedical company that's not even listed on the stock exchange anymore because I think they merged with somebody else. I just sold it right away because I don't see them going anywhere and I'm not interested in investing in them. And then the second stock I got for depositing my first $100 on the platform was a share of General Electric worth $8.65. And again, I just sold that right away because I don't want to invest in them. I don't really see them doing anything, so I'm putting that money elsewhere. One of the reasons I'm investing outside of dividends is just to see how much I can grow a small amount of money by the end of 2021. I'm not some multi-millionaire with a secret trading strategy that's going to 10x my portfolio. Or am I? But ideally, I'll beat the S&P 500, which averages around a 10% return every year. And I know what you're thinking. Nick, not even the smartest hedge funds in the world can beat the S&P 500. What makes you think that you can? I don't. But it's a little more fun to invest in individual stocks than the same old passive index fund all the time. And I like reading about companies. I mean, the other night I spent a couple hours reading company revenues, which I don't really think is normal. But hopefully if you're watching this video, one of you likes to nerd out on that stuff like me. So I figured, why not? So I deposited $500 into my WeBull account, and we're gonna see what we can do with that. And if I lose it all, that won't ruin me. I've deposited a little bit here and a little bit there, so my balance is a bit higher than that $500 that I just put in. But before, I was solely focused on dividends, so this was still a dividend portfolio, but it was riskier dividends. So I was investing in companies like Exxon Mobil, Altria, and my first share of AT&T was in WeBull, so those high dividend yield companies, which is generally more risky. I still have a couple of those, but I plan on selling them off and putting them into these more speculative and growth stocks that I see potential with. So without further ado, here's the stocks that I currently own in WeBull. None of which you should buy because I'm not a financial advisor. As of today, the value of my portfolio is $1,002.14. $860.33 of that is invested in the market, and I have $141.81 in cash waiting on the sidelines. So currently I own 2 shares of Ford, 1 share of MJ, which is the Mary Jane ETF I'm invested in, 1 share of AT&T, 1 share of LTC Properties, 1 share of Imperial Oil, 2 shares of Draftkings, 1 share of Exxon Mobil, 3 shares of Hewlett Packard, 1 share of Franklin Resources, 1 share of VYM, which is the Vanguard high dividend ETF, 1 share of Altria Group, 1 share of Crocs. Yep, I'm talking about those Crocs. 1 share of Dropbox, and then I invested in a few SPACs. So I have 1 share of AJAX, 1 share of IPOD, IPOE, and IPOF, 3 shares of Molson Coors, and 1 share of LESL Inc. I'll be honest, I've gotten a lot of these ideas from Dumb Money, which I've mentioned on the channel before. So if you haven't heard of them, I highly recommend checking out their channel. And you can join their Discord as well, which is free. It's a great community with a lot of really smart people in it. Don't get me wrong, I still love my dividends.
This isn't what it looks like. I can explain.
Dividends are still my primary investment because I want to retire early and I think dividends are going to be a good portion of my income when that time comes. But I've heard as a younger person, it's smart to invest in these growth companies, even though they are a little riskier. Since you have that longer time horizon, they can pay off huge. I'm not saying that GameStop, AMC, or some other Wall Street bets YOLO play is out of the question with this portfolio, so we'll see. We could very well end up at 0 by the end of the year. As I've said before, one gripe that I have with WeBull is that they don't offer fractional shares. But I feel like that kind of benefits this strategy because I really have to intentionally think about how much cash I have and where that money is actually going to go. I'm not saying I throw money around on Robinhood with fractional shares, but I kind of throw money around on Robinhood with fractional shares because it's super easy to just throw $5 at a stock. I mean, I've done it with Tesla and Berkshire Hathaway, but can't do that here. So there you have it. That's where we're starting with WeBull this year, and let's see how much we can grow this part of the beanstalk by. I'm not sure how often I'll update these videos, but I am reading One Up on Wall Street right now, and there's a chapter called 2-Minute Drill, which basically says you should be able to give a 2-minute monologue on why you're interested in a company, what has to happen for them to succeed, and what pitfalls stand in their path. So I'd like to do that with all the stocks that I currently own in this portfolio, so you have a better idea of why I invested in them. And I'm trying to upload more this year, so 2-Minute Tuesdays with my WeBull portfolio might become a thing this year. So YouTube mumbo jumbo, that subscribe button, that like button, and that bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. Let me know in the comments below what company I should look into next. I truly appreciate you watching, and let's continue to grow this beanstalk.